We're here with Derrell Peel, a livestock marketing specialist. And Derrell, August has been a lot cooler and a lot more wetter than what we're used to. This has got to be good for cattle, right?
Absolutely. It's been a very unusual August with the moisture we've had, the cooler temperatures. We had some, marginal drought conditions, mostly in the western part of the state, but we've erased most of that now. So we've got a real opportunity here to grow some additional forage at the end of the summer and into the fall.
So how can producers take advantage of this?
Well, cow-calf producers, we're looking at an opportunity here to, for introduced pastures or for native ranges to grow some additional forage. We can stockpile some of that for use into the fall and up into the winter. So there's an opportunity here to reduce, cow cost, reduce hay feeding needs. Introduced pastures will probably need some late summer fertilization for Bermuda or perhaps for fescue as well to grow that forage. So this presents some opportunities there to enhance forage production and maybe give us some additional management and production alternatives, as well as reducing cost for these animals.
Moving to stockers, is it too early to start grazing on wheat?
Well, I think it's a little early yet, but I'm sure some of the guys that are interested in grazing wheat are already thinking about it. Again, we've with the moisture we've got, and more importantly, perhaps we've got the cooler temperatures. The soil temperature is cool, so these guys can think about planting about as early as they want to. Usually, it's soil temperature that limits kind of when we can plant wheat. I don't know that they're going to want to plant right away, but they're starting to think about it. So we've got an opportunity here to get a jump start on that wheat pasture. For stocker producers, they may want to combine that with the other forage that can grow. And so we've got an opportunity here for a very long, or at least a longer than usual, grazing period in the fall and winter, and maybe even all the way out for graze out next year, depending on what these guys are thinking about in terms of their wheat.
So what can producers do right now?
Well, I think the main thing right now is probably to do a little planning. Think about the opportunities this presents, maybe that are a little different than usual. For cow-calf guys, you maybe retaining your calves a bit after weaning. Obviously, this is a good time to think about whether a preconditioning program works. But even beyond that, if you've got that extra forage and the quality's there, you can graze it. Maybe keeping some cull cows and putting a little weight on them this fall and winter, taking advantage of this extra forage. Stocker guys, again, starting early. They've got an opportunity to think about what kind of animals they want to graze, whether or not they've got a chance potentially to run 2 sets of animals this winter. Just some different alternatives. So do some planning. If you are going to try to stockpile introduced pastures, you're going to want to get that fertilizer application done here pretty quick. So that's probably the one thing that really needs to get started in terms of activity right away.
All right, thanks, Derrell. Livestock marketing specialist at Oklahoma State University.